Namaste. Welcome to Prana Stories. Today's episode is a very, very special episode. We have none other than Guru Karunamaya, who is a world-renowned spiritual guru, a Sri Vidya master with thousands of disciples all over the world. And he has been doing this since 40 years. 40 years of service. Let that sink in. In this episode, Guru Karunamaya shares very intimate stories about his childhood, where he finds his mother has his greatest inspiration into the spiritual path and how he wanted to become Ramana Maharshi. Stories about his own guru, Amritananda Natha Saraswati of Devipuram. His guru was a nuclear scientist who was working in Bombay. He turned completely spiritual after that. Guru Karunamaya himself was a civil engineer in Chennai, and after he met his guru, completely turned into the Sri Vidya path. These are fascinating stories for all of us to get inspired. Practicing Sri Vidya, each minute becomes your purpose of life. That is the magic of Sri Vidya. That's what he shares. Guru Karunamaya runs a non-profit organization called the Sri Vidya Learning Center in Kanchipuram even today, and continues to imbibe his knowledge to thousands of students irrespective of caste, color, creed, religion, gender, age. You be of any background, go to this center, you can learn. This part 1 episode was a very light-hearted, happy, spiritual conversation that I had with Guru Karunamaya. I'm sure you will enjoy it. You should not miss this episode. Please do watch it till the end. There is second episode coming up next week as well. Please do watch it. And as usual, please do like, share and subscribe. And if you haven't shared it with your friends, please do share it and help us make this knowledge reach far and wide. Thank you for supporting so far. Namaste.
Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tatmai Sri Gurave Namah. Shuklam Varadaram Vishnum Sachivarnam Tidirbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyaye Dharma Vigno Vashante. Aim Dream Dream Mind Clean Soham Ham Satsivassoham Husk Frame Hasakshamalvayum Hasom Sakshamarvim Sahom Swarupani Rupani Hetave Swagurave Sri Annapurnamba Saidam Sri Amritananda Saraswati Sri Guru Sri Padakam Pujyami Tarpyamanamah. Aim Dream Dream Mind Clean Soham Ham Satsivassoham Husk Frame Hasakshamarvayum Hasom Sakshamarvim Sahom Swarupani Rupani Hetave Swagurave Sri Annapurnamba Saidam Sri Amritananda Saraswati Sri Guru Sri Padakam Pujyami Tarpayami Namaha.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Sri Matri Namaha.
Sri Matri Namaha.
Welcome once again to Prana Stories. I'm so happy that with that invocation itself, the divinity of this place has gone up 100 times.
Guru, when Guru comes, everything gets, the required energy, what is required.
Yeah. I must say that the gratitudes to you to have come all the way to grace Prana Stories and speak to us.
It's my opportunity.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, Guru Karunamaya is known to, you have like thousands of disciples all over the world. But there are many people who are still wanting to learn Sri Vidya, to learn, to get into the spiritual path. There are so many. I mean, I'm sure there are so many videos of yours on YouTube and stuff like that, right? So, you have your own organization, your Peetam and everything. But the attempt here is to reach more people, to have a much wider audience, because on Prana Stories, whatever I put on Lalita Amma is always a blockbuster. Any other subject that I put doesn't have much takers, but if I put anything about Sri Vidya or Lalita Amma or anything like that, so that always has a high views. That's what I have realized so far. Now, some people are saying that yours is a Sri Vidya channel. Some people have already said that. So, I don't know. It's the Divine Mother's doing, I think. She's just wanting to do that through my channel. So, I'm so glad that you are here today. So thank you so much for coming. So this is for the audiences who don't know much about you, that it'll be good if you can give a little bit of a background of how you came into this line, or how you found your purpose of life, right? People struggle to find their purpose in life, and you found it. Whenever I was going through your profile, you found this at a very young age. You found your guru at a very young age. How did you land up, in this spirituality path? So yeah.
All credit goes to my mother,
Okay.
Yashoda.
Okay.
I used to get up at 3:30 in the morning
Hmm.
when I was 5 years old,
Okay.
just to get milk for my mother, who requires coffee at that time.
Hmm.
So he was my mentor. So I used to just go behind her
Okay.
from 3:30, observe her.
This was where? Which location?
Chennai,
Chennai. Okay.
Saiva Mutya Madali Street, Paris corner.
Okay.
25 years. I was born and brought up in Chennai.
Okay.
So, of course, there is a grace of mother which must have been given to me to observe and learn.
Hmm.
So I used to observe my mother, who is my first guru, I should say.
Okay.
And to be frank with you, she's the only one whom I have seen with that kind of character so far. A personification of peace, forbearance, and purity. So she's a mobile temple for me.
Oh.
She used to recite Lalita Sahasranama even at that time. I didn't know that Lalita Sahasranama. Something she used to recite continuously, whether she's working. So from there, I got that energy. And whenever somebody fights with me, and I used to complain to my mother, she used to say, "Ponlera, Ammavar chuskundu. God will, those should not shout." So like that I was brought up. Acceptance. That's what I tell in my videos. Acceptance is divinity. Expectation is human. That's not my sentence. That's my mother's.
Okay.
Said, accept life as it is. And those who fight with you, they are also sent by God. So in that, fortunately, we are only lower middle class family. There also acceptance. When everybody got color TV, we got power in our house. It's a tiled house. Accept. I used to act in radio dramas. Madras B, I don't know whether you know, Madras A, Madras B, stations were there. In that, I used to act in dramas. To listen to my dramas, I had to go to my opposite house. Request them.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a transistor also.
Right.
Accepted. And they used to, look down on me. Oh, again you have come.
Yeah.
And there's nobody to appreciate. When my voice came on the radio, I used to tell them, it's me. It's me. But nobody to. I want my mother to listen to that. My mother is in the opposite house. That's how I accepted life as it is. This bhoga, whatever it is a mother's grace. But what it is started with is this life. So when they bought color TV, then we bought transistor at that time. So like that, we got into that. And then everything, because of my mother, I accepted. It's God's grace. So by God's grace only, I was put into radio dramas. There, I learned modulation, how to speak.
Yeah.
The communication skills were given to me by Goddess Mother. This opportunity, we have to pass, how to communicate.
The Vak Shuddhi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Vak Shuddhi and everything. And then, of course, at the age of 25, then my guru came to me. He is my aunt's husband.
Okay.
My mother's sister's
Okay.
husband's brother. I don't know how to put
Okay,
that.
okay, whatever.
Anyways.
It's your relative.
Related,
Yeah.
close relative.
Okay.
And he was previously an atheist. Never. In fact, to be frank, very stylish. We used to live in a tiled house. He used to be in Zambia, like stylish, and he used to leave tell his wife to the temple, sit outside. I don't want to come inside. That kind of atheist. Turned a saint overnight.
Do you know that story of how he turned overnight?
Of course.
Please. That would be nice.
When he went to the temple, unfortunately, it's called Birla Mandir in Hyderabad, but it's actually Venkateswara Swami Mandir.
Okay.
I don't know why they call Birla Mandir.
Because
it's considered Birla.
Sponsored.
So it is called Birla Mandir. For me, it is a Balaji Mandir.
Right.
So he sent his wife into the temple, sat outside. And suddenly a tall black person came to him with all the namas. And he asked, "Why are you sitting here?" Carelessly he replied. He's from Zambia.
Okay.
So, that features everything. I don't know. Then come with me. He took his hand, the steps, everything. On the top of the step, my Guruji lost his consciousness.
Whoa.
And fell. After that, he woke up, nobody's there. That's the first incident, of course. But before that also, even in childhood, he used to get into unconscious state, and conscious sleep, you should say. Suddenly looking blank when the children are playing, suddenly asking questions to his sister, what is the purpose of life? What is God? Who is God? How can you experience? All set of questions which are not apt for that age. But he didn't know that. So after this, slowly he got visions. I don't call it dreams or anything like that. My Guruji used to say, I asked him, what is the difference between dream and a vision? A dream is a leakage of memory. If you observe Meenakshi or Kamakshi or Balaji, because you have seen them in your sleep, if they come, it's a leakage of memory. But if you see a person whom you have not seen before, like a saint or somebody talking to you, or a place you're not, that's a vision. It's not leakage. So he got a vision like that, where he has seen Ambal in a small Bala Tripundari style. I want a temple to be constructed by you. He's not completely transformed into a religious person. He said, I don't have money to construct a temple to you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care. You have to construct a temple. And that temple should not be a temple which you can see anywhere in the world. It should be a unique temple. Come on, I'll show you all the temples. And then she has shown him all the temples in India, one by one, every day. And this temple should not be like this. Then slowly he got into the process. And then he divided his property into 4 parts. He has 3 daughters.
Okay.
4th part is Bala Tripura
Sundari. Oh, okay.
With that, he wanted to construct temple. But that part is very meager. He's not very rich. So somebody told, you do a Devi Yagam and you get money for that. So fortunately, I was participated in that part of the Devi Yagam.
Okay.
It was done by Vemakoti Krishnayaji Garu, who is no more. He's a Surya Upasaka for 10 days. And then 2 brothers, Puttrevuso brothers in Anakapalli, they donated 3.5 acres of land.
Okay.
That's a remote place. All, cashew trees. My Guruji never wanted a place like that. He's from Zambia again, reminding you. He wanted a stylish place. He wanted to construct the temple in Bhimli on the seashore. Never. He wanted a place like there. He never liked this place. But he used to go to that place every weekend on Avanti Gareli. I don't know whether you know.
Yeah. My father had that.
Is it? He gave that to me later.
Yeah.
He's very heavy.
Yeah.
Avanti Gareli is small.
Yeah, I know that.
He's like a Ganesha going on a rat.
Yeah.
He used to go to that place and just sit silently. And he started conversation with God. That's what Guru taught me. These stotras, most of the people don't know the meaning. Shuklam Bhadram Vitnam Dajivarnam Bhajam. 99% of the people think by reciting this stotra, God will come and help, protect me. Of course, that's good. Saranagati is good. But I need to follow the dharmic life. That part they are missing.
Yeah.
So, my Guruji, instead of stotras, he taught us communication with God, conversation. He used to talk to God, like I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
So, sitting on a rock, he said, okay, you're pestering me that you have to construct the temple here. Show me a proof. Why I have to construct. Then I'll construct. Then, we say God has talked. When the form is not there, what is the talk? Where it is coming from?
Yeah.
But a message which has got no language, no sound, but the essence, you get it. That kind of experience is got. Nobody talking. So the message says, lift the rock on which you are sitting, you'll find the proof. And that rock is heavy, big one. And all he has got about 2 or 3 people. So he said, are you kidding? I got only 3 people. Try. It'll move. So with the 3 people, including him, 4, pushed the rock, it moved. And underneath, he found a Sri Chakra.
Underneath
the rock. Old one. A flat one.
Okay.
And 800 years back, somebody, when he researched, somebody has done a homa there. They put the homa, the Triyantra in that homa.
Okay. Was it a big one, small one? Or is it like
about 1 foot or
1
so.
foot, okay.
I don't remember.
Flat
properly.
one maybe.
Flat.
Okay.
Copper one. That's all. No more proof necessary.
Yeah.
Then he started but he doesn't have money.
Yeah.
Land has come and slowly, one by one, donating. But he doesn't know. She said, I want life-size statues of all the deities in Khadgamala. You know Khadgamala?
Yeah.
One of the 4 stotras. Khadgamala connects you to the Entra Swarupa of Lalita Parameshwari. He said, you said Lalita is your favorite for the channel.
Yeah. No, she has chosen my channel as her favorite.
Yeah, that's why we are talking about her. 102 deities are there in Sri Yantra. 98 in the Avaranas and 4 Ayudha Devatas. And their names are Anima Siddhi, Lagima Siddhi, it goes like that.
Yeah.
But at that time, there is no Agama Shastra to show how Anima Siddhi looks like. Lakshmi, everybody knows lotus, and then, Padma, Sana, Saraswati, Veena, Peacock. Nobody knows. I mean, there may be there, but it's not readily available. So my Guruji used to meditate on Anima Siddhi. There is no mantra. Anima Siddhi, Anima Siddhi, Anima Siddhi, Anima Siddhi. Calling her by that name. That's all the mantra he knows. And then suddenly that figure came. And he's a very good artist.
Okay.
With coal, charcoal, he used to draw the figure on the wall.
Okay.
And he got a Silpi who used to carve that into here. That's how the Vigrahas came.
Okay.
The strange thing is, they're all naked.
Hmm.
My Guruji just know that when he's coming into spirituality,
Hmm.
so he really got worried.
Hmm.
Amma, people will throw stones on me
Hmm.
if I construct temple like that.
Yeah.
Well, bear it.
Yeah.
I don't have a form. Why do you want to create a form for me? And then again cover it also.
Hmm.
So this is my form.
Hmm.
Accept. So he started, of course, he received a lot of opposition slowly, everything. That's how the temple was formed.
Okay.
During the construction of the temple, he came to me. That at the time of Chandi Yagam,
Yeah.
he came to me.
Okay.
Before that,
That is when you met him.
he came to me.
Okay.
Before the Chandi Yagam also, he came to me.
Okay.
In Devipuram when I was working.
Okay.
And
You were like a regular 9 to 5
normal,
job. You were working.
I was the assistant executive engineer.
Okay.
I did my Bachelor of Civil Engineering in Gindi Engineering College in Chennai.
Okay.
So, assistant executive engineer, I don't know anything about civil engineering, but I was a civil engineer. I know only one thing. My Guruji, my mother told, be righteous in your job. Don't accept any bribe. So, whatever is in the figure structural drawings, I used to verify anybody can do the job.
Yeah.
So, at that time, I was in Devipuram, a village near Rajamundry.
Okay.
I was in charge of constructing a barrage on River Godavari.
Okay.
So he came to my quarters and Subbu, no, he didn't call me Subbu, Subbarao. Only 3 people called me Subbu.
Okay.
So he called me Subbarao. I give you a mantra. Will you recite? So actually, to be frank with you, at that time, I don't know what is a mantra. I said, okay. And he gave some line. I'll tell you later. Recite this. It will do good. At that time, actually, I was reciting Meenakshi Pancharatnam, Navagraha Todram, Aditya Hruyam, Tato Vidya Parisrantam, Maredindya, all books. And it didn't mean anything to me. Again, after 6 months, he came to me. Are you reciting the mantra? Because of my mother's training, I never tell a lie.
Yeah.
In extreme situation, I might have lied a few times. Even in my work also, I never lied. I said, no, I didn't. Why? It's a very small mantra. I don't like it. You want to know how I do the puja? Ego. So I made my guru sit like this before me, all bundles of books, and started doing my puja.
Which your mother had taught you?
My mother was doing the puja.
Okay.
She never taught. I just got a contaminated portion of that.
Okay, got it.
It's not the right puja.
Okay, got it.
My mother was doing a wonderful puja. But I was just observing it. And as I grew at 25 years.
A copied version.
Yeah,
got
in my own, I created my own version.
Yeah, got it.
I know that I need to recite a lot of sutras. Please God. And God will give me a lot of things. I never knew anything about other than that. So Guruji sat like, I took flowers like this. Egoistic throwing flower. And at the edge of my eyes, I was looking at my Guru. My focus is on my Guru, not my God.
Whether he is seeing or what.
He should appreciate me. He should get startled. What kind of great puja this fellow is doing. I was expecting that appreciation. About 2.5 hours, normally I do puja. At that time also. Stotras only. No feeling, nothing. So at the end of the time, I was expecting him to be, wow, like that. He was in the same posture. And he said, last expression was,
Big sigh.
So disappointed. And he came to me and then beat me here. Can you please recite the mantra? I gave it with a purpose to you. To be frank with you, I got a little compassion on that elderly person. He's asking. Yeah, I'll recite. And that mantra is Aim Vada Vada Vagvadini
Oh my
Swaha.
God. Okay.
Vagdevata mantra. I started reciting that, sir. Life change.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just everything, messages, meaning, everything was coming to me. Automatically, I was deeply involved into this. And then I was involved in Devipuram project, frequently going there and learning Sri Vidya, not like teaching what we teach, modules, never taught like that. Observing him. He never taught directly, this is the Tarpana, observing him. How he behaves, how he handles the situation. The essence of Sri Vidya I learned from it, not the rituals. Rituals, he gave the book. Even the highest form of Sri Chakra Puja, which is called Navavarana Puja. You know how he taught me? He gave the book to me.
Okay.
Subbarao Garu, whenever he is not happy with me, he used to respect me. Subbarao Garu, you are going to do the puja tomorrow. To be frank with you, I got so much annoyed with that. Can you please tell me what is the name of the puja? He didn't teach me this much book. This is called Navavarana Puja, very highest puja. You are going to do tomorrow in Kamakya.
Kamakya?
Kamakya means we have a Kamakya Peetam there in Devipuram.
Okay.
Not Assam Kamakya.
Yeah, that's what. Okay.
So I learnt it all through the night. I was studying like physics and chemistry. Somehow did it. And slowly I learned. So what I mean to say is the ritual part, studying and learning. But the actual essence, that's more important, was silently transferred to me by the great personality. Without him, there's nothing. I'm an ordinary person, an engineer. If he is not there in my life, maybe I would have become an executive engineer. And I always tell the people, why you should have spirituality in your life. Okay, you have money, you have job. I'm 71 now. Imagine if I was a retired executive engineer.
Yeah.
What I would have been doing now, wearing a pant and shirt.
Going to the park in the morning, sitting with all the like-minded people like you, talking and doing a laughing exercise, all these things.
That is escaping the reality, of course.
This is what the
reality is, in my family, nobody talks to me. The children, they are very busy. Even if I say, Daddy, you sit here, why are you straining yourself?
Yeah.
Parents get hurt.
Yeah.
They don't have even freedom to talk.
Yeah.
And that kind of life, fortunately, I don't have. People will be eager to talk to me, not I'm craving to talk to them.
Yeah.
That's the greatness of spirituality.
Correct.
And I don't wait for the ultimate to happen to me.
Yeah.
At 71, when that death will come. No.
Yeah.
Every moment is valuable, meaningful. I'm a purposeful life.
Correct.
If you said you found the purpose
in life, yes.
My Guruji says, there's no purpose of life, just live it. Every moment you enjoy, help others, and live into the moment. Mrityave swaha, mama mrityurnasatam ayurvedatam. When you lose your confidence, when you have anger, when you have lust, when you have a desire, you are dead.
Yeah.
There's death. So many deaths we are having. And that kind of death, Shiva is going to avoid for us if we pray. So what I mean to say is, because of Sri Vidya, every minute is a purpose. Purpose is just living that moment. Initially, I wanted to, you may laugh at me. Initially, I wanted to become a Ramana Maharshi. That was my goal.
Okay.
Or a Ramakrishna Paramahamsa.
This is after meeting your guru?
No, before that also.
Before that also? Okay.
At my mother's guidance,
okay,
she used to tell about the story.
Spiritual. Okay.
Why can't I become Ramana Maharshi?
You had read about him?
Yeah, not read.
Okay.
Hearing from my mother.
Okay.
So only thing is, I'm not like all the youngsters used to. I want to become,
Pilot.
Microsoft owner. What is his name?
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates or somebody,
Yeah.
or some sportsman or something like that. Fortunately for me, I was having only this kind of thoughts. But many people have desires. But when it comes to action, no action.
Yeah.
What is the purpose of having a desire?
Right.
When you don't have an action.
Right.
So I used to research and think in what made him to become Ramana Maharshi. If I follow that same kind of lifestyle, why can't I become? Anybody can become. That kind of course, little bit egoistic thoughts I was having.
Yeah.
And that helped me. I'm not Ramana Maharshi, but at least it made a proper channel for my life. You need to go in this way. So after my guru's entrance only in my life changed. Of course, I learned what is called Sri Vidya, and my guru told, this you need to spread all over the world. And many people have misnomers about Sri Yantra. So my guru said, many people have misnomers about Sri Yantra, and you need to remove that and see that every house has Krishna. So I was a pontiff for Devipuram from 2007 to 2011. But I was not very happy with that confined post. I said, I want to go around and teach and meet many more people. I took my permission, the permission from my guru, came out and established Sri Vidya Jnana Peetam, Sri Vidya Learning Center.
Okay.
And now I'm in the process of spreading this knowledge to as many people as
Wow. That's a
small story in a long.
Right. It's a small story, definitely, but it was actually very riveting that I didn't know the time, go. So what is that path of Sri Vidya? That there are different paths of Sri Vidya, right? There are different methods. So what is that path that Devipuram teaches and what you follow? Is there a name to it? What are the parts? What are the components of it?
There are 4 accepted paths.
Okay.
There's a tradition. There's no rule that you have to. This path is superior. This path is inferior. Of course, they fight. This achara is more powerful. This is Vedic. This is Avaidic.
Yeah.
In the name of God, what is if this is the situation, what about the person who is born in Somalia? He is not protected by Lalita Parameshwari?
Yeah, of course he is.
Then what kind of Sri Vidya he follows? Everybody has been created by God, and everybody has got their own way of life. So coming back to Sri Vidya, there are 4 achara. Samayachara, Dakshinachara, Kaulachara, Vamachara. We follow Misramachara.
Okay.
A mixture of Dakshinachara and Kaulachara. I had to explain to you because if I go by nomenclature, it may not mean anything to the audience.
Yeah.
Samayachara, many people think Samayachara is the people who are doing pujas in temples. They follow Samayachara. No. This is called Samayapu Ara, waiting room.
Oh.
Before meeting the CEO, after making all the security checks, Ganapati, Bala, Chendi, Rajashyamala, Shiva, Varahi, these are all the Vidyas who do the security check on you.
Okay.
Whether you are eligible to meet that experience or not. So when you are waiting for having that experience, you just meditate. So there is no ritual in Samayachara. You meditate on the Parabrahma. And for meditation, there is no mantra also. Just being still. That is where Nirvana Suktam also comes. Na mantram, na punyam, na papam, na mata, na pitu, na bandhus, na sakha.
Yeah.
That kind of state. This is Dakshinachara, where people in the temples follow, where you do alankara, you do puja, tarpana, homa, rituals, and enjoy your rituals. Please that Parabrahman with the righteous life. That Dakshinachara. But it is limited only to Vigrahas. Kaulachara is here.
Which is the Swadhisthana or?
Swadhisthana and Mooladhara.
Mooladhara, okay.
There, people misunderstand. Kaulachara is lower, and thanks to the Western world, it is being, it has got a bad name.
Yeah.
Kaulachara is the same Vedic rules and principles, but with a freedom with the discipline. In Dakshinachara, you worship only icons. But in Kaulachara, you worship human being also. Suvasini Yachana Peetam.
Okay.
Suvasini also. Even in Suvasini, suppose Dakshinachara also Suvasini Archana is there. But there are limitations. Only this sect of people I need to do Suvasini Puja. That mommy should have, Pattu Padavai and all this thing. No. In Kaulachara, even for servant maid, you do Suvasini Puja. If you can do Suvasini Puja to servant maid also, I can call it Kaulachara. That's all, nothing more than that. You don't need to go deep into the Kaula subject. And that's a, of course, risky subject. Not everybody can practice. And my Guruji basically given the principles of that, but warned that it is only for some sect of people. So for general public, Mishramachara, that means coming out of that rules that many houses, the puja room should not be seen by the servant maid. Untouchables. That kind of rules I don't have.
Yeah.
Any time I can recite the mantra. After food, you should not recite the mantra. That kind of rule. This kind of little bit relaxation in the rule, so that it allows you to blend the spirituality in the mundane life.
Yeah.
That's what is important. Normally, how many hours we can do puja? Tell me, sir. Maybe 5 hours? 10 hours? Maximum. Suppose 10 hours puja. But 14 hours, what are you going to do? So we are confining ourselves in 10 hours in a puja room, imagining something, pretending something, or whatever it may be. Of course, we may get some experience. I'm not overruling that. But are we utilizing that knowledge in that 14 hours in the normal life? Are we the same person what we are in the puja room?
Correct.
Outside. If we are, then fine, the system works.
Yeah.
Honestly, we are not. Nobody, I'm not also. Whereas, if you can blend spirituality in the mundane life, where talking to this is also a puja. That's what Saundarya Lahari Shankaracharya says. Amma, when I'm moving my hand, take it as mudras for you. When I'm talking, I'm blabbering something, take it as a mantra for you. I'm eating something, take it as naivedyam for you. When I'm sleeping, take it as ekant seva for you. When I'm walking, pradakshina for you. Everything is spirituality. We put a barrier between this is spirituality, this is mundane. There is no barrier. Sarvam khalvidam brahma. That's the statement we have to follow. Then why are you separating this is mundane, this is spiritual, this is not spiritual?
Yeah.
And also telling that antar bahitya tattarvam yapya narayana sthitaha. Are we following that? It's very difficult to follow. And only Mishramachara gives you the chance to at least try to follow that. That's why in February time frame, we have Uchishta Chandali Navaratris. At that time, Matangi Navaratri, some people celebrate. We sometimes celebrate Uchishta Jandali, where we do puja to our servant maid, or even sometimes scavengers also. We cook food, serve them, and when they eat, in that plate, we have to eat. Can we do that? Crossing the barriers.
Barriers, yes.
And that kind of thing we need to adapt in the normal life. Then everything becomes a puja. You don't need to spend that much time in the puja room. When you're talking, you're implementing how... See, that's why in Chit Shakti Ashtotram and in Lalita Sahasranama, Trishati, they say, Akaradik Shakaranta Matruga Vaikhari Vakswarupayana Matruga Varnarupini. That means, she says, every syllable from A to Ksha is a mantra. Then why do you people say, can I say it is mantra? When what you speak is a mantra.
Itself, yeah.
If you have that feeling, I have a respect when I'm speaking.
Yeah.
I think that Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, these are mantras, and I show that, I'm sorry to say, that pretending respect on that mantra, and don't extend that when I'm speaking normal talk. When the Shastra says every syllable is a mantra.
Yeah.
In fact, speech is a grace that Mother has given. Sight is a grace. I've gone to the differently abled person. We can't call them deaf and dumb. They call something else.
Yeah.
So they can't speak. I observe them. Just to say Amma, they put their hand like this, like that. When you observe them, at least you know the value of speech.
Yeah.
Then you know you can't shout. When you are misusing the grace given to you, who knows if you have, nobody can say whether you have a next birth or not, or I have a next birth or not. We just create that to have some fear and discipline in the present life. That's good to have.
Yeah.
But nobody can prove that you have a next birth or you have a previous birth. My departed father is not sending an SMS for me. I don't know where he is. So if that is the case, I should have a discipline. That's why I created a next birth.
Yeah.
So if I misuse my voice, I may not get speech in the next birth. That fear I need to have.
Right.
So blending spirituality is the Mishramachara. That's what we follow.